This is absolutely wild. Did you know that if you've played one of the top 10 PlayStation games in the last few months, there's a good chance that Xbox made it? That is right, everybody. It turns out that Xbox on PlayStation, 80% of the top 5 best selling PS5 games come from Microsoft. So that means all this talk about platform exclusives, all this talk about that job posting and what you should or should not do, it doesn't really amount to anything when Xbox is making the top purchased games on the PlayStation platform. Now, I kid you not, I was going to the source for this tweet, and it's Matt Piscatello. Matt Piscatello is absolutely great. He says, pulling together our huge Q2 Games Market Dynamics report, which includes this chart among, like, frankly, too many others, and just kind of started at this one for a bit. Wild times in the console market these days. Imagine showing this list to someone in 2015. Number 1, Forza Horizon 5. Number 2, Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Number 3, MLB. Number 4, Call of Duty. Number 5, Doom. Number 6, Indiana Jones. Number 7, Minecraft. Number 8, Assassin's Creed Shadows. Number 9, GTA 5. And number 10, WWE 2K25. That is right, everybody. Most of the games on that list were created by Microsoft. Forza, Elder Scrolls, Call of Duty, Doom, Indiana Jones, and Minecraft, all of those are Microsoft-owned IP. Am I crazy in saying that maybe Microsoft was right? Maybe, just maybe, that crazy job that we were talking about the other day, maybe it's not such a silly idea. Now, is it? Maybe this senior director of multi-platform and account management that is going to be being paid a lot of money, 246,000 on the low end, a cool $250,000 to 369 million. Maybe they're not just talking about Helldivers 2 and whatever else Bungie happens to have going on. Now, there has been a lot of downplaying by people online about this significant shift in the games industry. I got to admit, I never thought that I would see it, but it turns out that Microsoft saw the writing on the wall, and being in third place, they kind of had nothing to lose. So they went forward and went to this shift where they are releasing games on competing platforms, and everyone's been losing their minds about it. Now, I kid you not, we're going to scroll down on Matt Piscatello's tweet here, and you will never guess who the first reply was when I scrolled down. I couldn't believe it. Nib, if you don't know, is this guy on Twitter who is known for making very long posts about PlayStation, and he's obviously a PlayStation fan. Now, he is trying to reply to Matt Piscatella and ask, Matt, saw these results for 2025 year-to-date PlayStation only sales, but I haven't seen them posted by you or elsewhere. Can you confirm their accuracy? And of course, there are a few fewer Microsoft games on that list. Nib, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing, man? Nib seems like a nice guy, but like, what you doing, man? Anyway, back to Matt Piscatella, who's worked at Circana for a long time. He is the go-to for a lot of these people who do this online commentary. Very, very impressive stats. Now, Matt Piscatella also made a comment on another thread. Anyway, we are right in the middle of a fundamental, foundational, and monumental shift away from the console wars of yore to the games as platforms battle of the live service behemoths of the future. And what's happening tangentially around the industry can in no small part be attributed to this. Boo me all you want, internet, if it helps. Really get into it if you find it cathartic. Doesn't make me wrong, though, but hey, live your dream, play what you like. And he's attributing it to these platform games like Fortnite, like Roblox, like the fact that 93% of Gen Alpha play on mobile. Guys, the console wars are done. If you're still out there saying that the plastic box that you play on is the future, you're wrong. It's not. We're all getting older, everybody. And at some point, you got to realize that these plastic boxes, they're great. They're probably not going anywhere, but I don't think they're the future. We've been playing games that way forever. Think of something like the Nintendo Switch 2 that is selling quite well. That has done something drastically different from the rest of the market, and they have been heftily rewarded for that ambitious undertaking. Let's go back to the original story over at Insider Gaming and just read a little bit more. What's more, the top 5 games on PlayStation 5 represent a drastic split, with 80% of them being Xbox titles. Only MLB The Show 25 has a spot in the top 5 on the leaderboard, and even that is dropping down the ranks. Better as a publisher. The recent discourse around Microsoft pulling out of console hardware and focusing on publishing games didn't pan out, but it's kind of happening regardless. In a new spate of sales data published by Circana's Matt Piscatella, it was revealed that games published by a Microsoft entity are soaring on PlayStation 5. You know what? Honestly, I'm happy. I'm happy that PlayStation gamers, and I see the fanboys, they're like, ha ha ha, Gears of War E-Day is coming to PlayStation 5. Great, Dragon, let's play together. That sounds really good to me, honestly. Like, Xbox admitted they lost, 3 years ago? And it's like, they're still running around gloating about how they won the console war. Yeah, the console wars are over, though. And you know what? Real gamers, real PlayStation gamers, they just want to play great games. And right now, because Sony is releasing 2 this year, I'm sure they will be on the sales charts in the near future. Those great games are being made by the competitor. They're being made by Xbox. So Sony gets their cut, Xbox gets their cut, and gamers win. It is certainly not how I expected things to pan out, but at the end of the day, I am really excited to play Gears of War with y'all on PlayStation 5. I'm really happy that you got to experience Forza Horizon 5. I played it on my Series X and had an amazing time. And there's rumors swirling that State of Decay 3 and Gears of War E-Day are coming to PlayStation 5 also. It has been claimed that both State of Decay 3 and Gears of War E-Day will launch on PlayStation 5 when they both surface. We'll see if that's day and date. At this point, I wouldn't be that surprised. Well, some might see this news as being fairly obvious given Microsoft's stance on putting Xbox games on as many platforms as possible. We're yet to have any solid confirmation that either of these games would appear on PlayStation. Will State of Decay 3 be on PS5? The recent report from MP First uses resumes as the guiding light for the news that State of Decay 3 and Gears of War E-Day will launch on PlayStation 5. In a recent write-up, the team revealed that they'd uncovered a resume for a game designer working on Gears E-Day who writes that the game will launch on Xbox Series, PC, and PS5. Now, of course, he could have made a mistake. He's worked on a lot of games. It could have been a copy-paste thing. But honestly, it's not that far-fetched. And at the end of the day, it means we're going to get to play with whoever we want to. What if there's even cross-platform play? What if the people who prefer to play on PC or Xbox or PlayStation, what if we can all play together? And what if in the near future, even PlayStation starts releasing on more platforms? Because the real goal for these companies, and if you look at what WB is doing, they're trying to get in on the Roblox Fortnite market because that's the goal for all of these companies. They all want their playground. They don't want their single player game that's sort of one and done. They want all the money, not some of the money. And it's always going to be that way, right? Because that's what these companies are made to do, make money for their shareholders. And that's just the reality of the situation. So Hey man, look, if you want to play on PlayStation 5 or Xbox, I think that's great. That's totally fine. I'm personally more of a PC preferred player, but I'll play wherever the game happens to release. That's my stance on the whole thing. But it is a weird world to be living in, where Matt Piscatella of Circana is reporting that Forza Horizon 5, by the way, on this list, Forza Horizon 5, it's not only the number one game on PlayStation 5, it is the number one game on PlayStation 5 for all of 2025. It's dominating the charts. It's crazy. And then you got Elder Scrolls, of course, MLB The Show doing great numbers for Sony, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Doom the Dark Ages at number 5 is a bit of a surprise. I like the game a lot, but it's been a little contentious online. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Minecraft, Assassin's Creed Shadows, that one surprised me a little bit. Grand Theft Auto 5 and WWE 2K25. Wild times that we live in. What PlayStation game would you like to play on Xbox ASAP? And what Xbox game would you like to play on PlayStation ASAP, given the wacky world we're living in? I'll start Spider-Man on Xbox and Gears of War, which is coming right around the corner on PlayStation 5. I put a lot of time into Gears 1, and that sounds like a lot of fun to me. Anyway, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Thank you so much for watching. I do greatly appreciate you hanging out. Thank you so much to the members. Special thanks to Chris, Freddy, Philaroni, and Aries. Also, I added the Legendary Plus tier on here, so shout out to Shane Carroll, and of course, all of the other members, Brandon Marcus, Jason, Cherubay, Adam, Camzilla, and Hargeet. Thank you all. I'm going to get out of here. Check out my video about the Sony job posting if you haven't seen it yet, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now, everybody.